Out west on Friday night, Justin Longmuir got the response he needed, but in the opposition coach's box, I dare say that Matthew Nicks was quite frustrated with his discipline. If you look across, especially the last three quarters of this game at Optus Stadium, Kate.
Yeah, well, oftentimes you will, as a coach, not be happy with something you see early in the game, and that was the first term for Matthew Nicks, who was very open about it, speaking at half-time, and obviously delivered a pointed message to a lot of the the Adelaide Crows players. And at times you need to work out where the line is with your players. How much is too much? And I think at times they were just way too overzealous. We've seen a couple of MRO issues that have arisen out of this. This one, Worrell on Frederick, he was very lucky to escape with a fine. The one earlier, Hinge on Brayshaw, he will miss a week, Mitch Hinge. So I think Nicks will reflect on it. He'll understand he wanted a response out of his team, but learn maybe a different way to go about it, or the players just need to be better. They need to know where the line is. Yep, our first quarter wasn't good enough. That doesn't mean we give away silly free kicks, we hit blokes high, or we go on with it after. That's when the ball's in play we need to lift, not when it's out of play.
Now, if you're not paying close enough attention to Andrew Brayshaw right now, you need to. This guy is absolutely humming. He's the #1 rated player in the game, according to Champion Data. Again, he proved on Friday night just how good he is. He won the first Arthur Leggett medal as a clear best on ground. He's clearly a legitimate Brownlow medal contender. But, Kate, when you pair him with Caleb Serong, they're almost the best 1-2 punch in the comp right now.
I think at times, because he is paired with Caleb Serong, he doesn't get as much of the credit as he probably deserves. He's a bit of the bridesmaid at Freo, isn't he? And Serong gets all of the attention. Well, he got what he deserved on Friday night, and that was the Anzac medal. He was phenomenal. Yes, they're a brilliant 1-2 punch. So that leads me to who are the best duos in the midfield at the moment? So I've gone through and I've ranked who I think is the best duo in the midfield all the way through. So I've got, I think, Anderson and Ralph, for what we've seen so far this season. They've been the most consistent. They've been phenomenal leading that team through the midfield. Then you've got Dacos and Sidebottom. How's the 10 on Nick Dacos as well, the Macedonian marvel, if you don't mind. But then I've got Serong and Brayshaw coming in at #3, purely for their inconsistency. Yes, them as a duo have been good. The impact that they've sometimes had on games hasn't been as good as the first two. Then we've got Horne-Francis and Butters. Obviously, we've only seen Butters for a limited amount this year, but Horne-Francis has been fantastic through the midfield. And I've got Hugh McCluggage and Lachie Neale to round it out at #5. I think Hugh McCluggage has taken his game to the next level this year, and we're seeing Lachie Neale be the beneficiary of it because he's getting the tag, Hugh McCluggage is, and Lachie Neale is able to run free like we saw this afternoon. And the final thing to come out of this game, though, is an injury to Riley Thilthorpe. Have you got an update with us with the finger injury that he sustained during the game?
Yeah, I spoke to the Adelaide Crows late on Saturday, and they believe it's just a dislocation, no fracture at this point, but it did pierce the skin, so they'll get that assessed over the next 24 hours. A really ugly one. He did come back on quite bravely, of course. He's having such a great year, so we'll find out in the next 24 hours if he's going to miss any footy, if at all.